Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Arthur Aday with a new day in Telos. And I want to tell you, this weekend was so exciting down here in Weed. Only I didn't get any part of it until the after party. But then I didn't want to go to the after party because there was too many people there. But it was pretty good from what I understand. Hey, I want to tell you that up on the mountain, when it is like 95, 110, up on the mountain is like 70 to 75 degrees. Mwah, I love it. That's where my air conditioning is, up there. I take Paulo up there. He doesn't pant. He's not hot. He wants to play. If I'm down here in the valley, it's like totally hot. And he just like, cover me up with some water. Anyway, I'd like to let you know about some of the shows that are going to be popping up on the screen here pretty soon. I've been doing really good with it's Take Your Picture Tuesday. That's a tongue twister. Take Your Picture Tuesday is just little short pieces that talk about somebody wants to say something, or I'm showing some area like the upper parking lot, the sunset, or the mountain range. There's different things that I have with that. So coming up is four pieces, four different new shows. So keep your eyes open for those. They're just shorties. They'll be in between some of the other shows. They'll be really, really funny little things. And I have Paulo, my friend and companion, doggy companion, here, and he's on that particular show, and he's always got something to say, and he seems to always show up on the show. So, well, some of the shows are about the upper parking lot, some of the bunny flats. You'll see. There's also a 30-minute show on the missing uh, gentleman that's been missing since May 7th. So we haven't found any bodies. They haven't found any leads to where it could have gone or might be. But we did find a book called The Art of Disappearing at the campgrounds, the Twin Arrows campgrounds. So, and it had a scent on it. So that's how they found it. So we know he was there, but we don't know where his body is or where he might be in general. If you got any ideas, give the people who are looking for him a ring. See what else did I got? I think some music from the old Telos Gallery here in Weed, California. It used to be next to Ellie's and across the street from Hilo. So what I had put together is an art gallery where people could come and play music, people could come and listen to the music. And I have several pieces like that. I think you will like them. There's one gal in particular that sings Seminole Rain. She's got a real good voice for that particular song. And then her companion, he plays some music also. Oh, then check that out. And then we have some behind the scenes getting music practice down so we could actually play. You'll see some of the brothers that are famous in this area that were there that day or that night. You'll like it. And what's another one we got? I think I have 12 shows that I'm handing in today. Uh, I and I worked on them all day yesterday and into early morning this morning, just to get them all put together. Oh, Gene is going to be Inez, Ennes, Inez, Gene Inez. He's a 77-year-old inventor, contractor, and he put together a dome, two-story dome houses. I don't think they're called houses though; they're domes. But anyway, they're really nice. They're fireproof. They're flood-proof. They stick to the ground in the wind. Anyway, he's on, so keep your eye open for that in case you want something different to live in. The two-story one sounds pretty good. There's 2 bedrooms upstairs and then 1 downstairs and kitchen and bathrooms, off the grid or hook them up with electricity. So there's that one. There's those 4. There's the music. Oh, there's jamming in the park. I was at the rest stop between Wairika and Ashland, and there was this guy, these 2 guys and this gal that was just sitting there playing music and drumming, and the girl was spinning some balls around, and I got a moment to ask if I could film them, and they let me know that if she would have had some fuel, she would have spit some fire for me. I thought that was a hair-raising idea, but she didn't have no fuel, so she's spinning these balls around that are normally on fire, and then she's got her partner plays a guitar, and then somebody else plays some drums. It's really nice. So keep your eye open for that. I think that's it for that point. And then, of course, we have the archives. One of the things I want to have you all look at is an evening with a day retrospective. And it actually goes through the time that I was here in Mount Shasta to today. And we were very excited about this little biography of a day in Telos. It really gives some background information to those people who don't know too much about who I am or where I'm coming from and why I'm here in this mountain TV station. God has miracles all the time, and I seem to have been one of these miracles that he brought to this town. And I accept that because I had not done anything in television, although I was a good photographer in video and camera stills. I had not done this part, and I surely didn't want to. But after some coaching from the floor directors and a few friends, I got into school, College of the Siskiyous, started taking TV development and how to turn the lights on and the camera and the action and be the action and bring in the people, their music. I like the music. About 2010, 2011, some friends came up to me and they said, you know what, Arthur, we're going to name you the Johnny Carson of Weed, California. And I thought, wow, that's like pretty good. Can I get the same pay? Anyway, I know I'd be a rich man if I was doing this on a big level. But you know what? I really enjoy the comfort of the smaller business that we have here. Siskiyou Media Council is a 50-year-old television station brought to you by a lady from the Philippines who had a vision that said Mount Shasta needed its own community television. That was an apple of a good thing. And here we are. The fruit doesn't fall too far away from what we've been doing for 20 years here myself, working with people, bringing the shows together. It's really important. If you want to check out some of the older shows, you can go on YouTube under Arthur Aday, and you can go into the archives under Arthur Aday here at the SiscuMediaCouncil.org. It's so fun to do these shows. I know at one time I was getting pretty tired back in about the time I started getting, I had leukemia, and I was really getting tired of the doing. And so when I decided to take my vacation, it was a good thing because then I got to do nothing, which I didn't like at all. Just watch my shows, watch other people's shows. That was the pastime when I could get it on cable 15 in Mount Shasta, the Weed area. I had two people recently come up to me and said they wanted to talk to me. And when they got here in town, they were in one of the motel rooms, and they turned on the television and they saw A Day in Telos, and they wanted to see me after they saw that. They thought that was a pretty cool show and wanted more information about the area. Well, I hear Eugene Sway is in town, so any of you folks want to talk to him about his convention center, he'll be found at his house on Lassen Lane. And if you want to talk to him about his University of Telos, then you better get working on it because I'm sure he's about ready to start breaking ground on that. The convention center, 80,000 square feet. Some of it is in the 40 feet in the ground, and it looks like a flying saucer. It's amazing off-the-grid vehicle. Oh, it's not a vehicle. It's a off-the-grid building. Maybe it is a vehicle. A time machine, yeah. So when we talk about Telos in the community here, there are several stages of people who are here. There's Telos USA, there's Diane Robbins, there's a couple other groups, and different people who were writing books being channeled by Adama. Also, there's Annette who has Visiting with Adama, been on my show a couple times, and you can find that on YouTube. And you can go to my YouTube show, Arthur Aday, and look under the favorites, and you'll find more shows there. And Visiting with Adama, which I think has over 7,000 hits on it so far. I have to figure out how many more hits I get, and I get many for them. Woo! Royalties, that's what we want. Hey, if you are up to getting copies of my TV shows, I have a set, one volume, the first volume of 8 volumes. This volume has 28 shows in it, and it has some of the best shows that I could pull together for the first group, and they came out really good. So if anybody is interested in getting a hold of them, you will have to get a hold of me first. You can get me here or my email, which is arthurleeaday@gmail.com. arthurleeaday@gmail.com. Lowercase, and just tell me what you're looking for. There's several prices for them, donations accepted, but we're going to be working on the other 7 coming up here this next winter. It takes being at home or being in an area where you can look through each of these shows to pick out pictures and little short uh, informational pieces. So being the CEO of Aday and Telos, the chief educational officer of this operation, it's important that people understand what I'm teaching people in the audience. It's not just a talk show, but there's an education behind this. I am a nonprofit organization on one hand and a profit organization on the other. So we can take donations, we can have people come in and learn how to do TV shows and also how to edit and film. And this is things that I teach people. I also teach people things like nutrition, vitamins, things like that help your body to, it's like vitamins are a fuel. It's all broken down into a pill, and you take that and it lights up your metabolism. So people that have issues with a little too much tummy, it's usually because they're eating something that's wrong, that they're allergic to, something that doesn't digest in their system, wheat, milk, gluten, things like that don't digest in the human body. And you know what? It doesn't digest in a dog's body either, because they'll break out in rash, hot spots. So these are the things that I teach. I also teach massage, Reiki, adjustments of the spine, the neck, the knees. Did you know even the wrists can be adjusted right here? Just by doing that. Some people say, oh, my wrist is stiff. Maybe it's just out of alignment a little bit. Stuff like that is really important. Do you know about the iridology, the study of the eyes? The eyes. Ooh. Do you know the eyes of the soul are the window to your soul? This is your soul here. This is the body, the temple. And when these eyes have little segments in it, and every segment has a place to your body, like my thyroid. I have half a thyroid. In my eye, over here on the right-hand side, there's a hole where that thyroid should be. It's gone. This one is gone. There were tumors in it. So these are the important things about knowing what your eyes are telling you. You know, I'm not sure if you can see those red lines, those what they call blood veins, but they go to certain areas, point to certain areas in your eye. And what they do, we get close. Woo! When those red veins point to these different areas, that is a place that you need to look at because it is a problem spot. If there's a lot of yellow around the pupil, that's your colon toxic. There's so many things that you can learn from looking at your eyes. So I teach people how to read their eyes, and it's quite fun to watch people for the first time realize that their eyes, you can see what's going on in your body by looking in your eyes. There's so much in there. I had a lady come in, Clea Richards, and she told one gal when she was looking in her eyes that she was about ready to have a breakdown because she had too much going on. The other one was one of our directors, and she had a spot in her eye that showed that her shoulder had been broken, and that she was still having an issue with it. That there are things that you can see, like your heart, your kidneys, your lungs. You know, liver spots. See these little liver spots right here? I got one right there too. When you're, what I find out is when, say I take some Advil, 3 or 4 days, these little spots here will actually show up darker. And that means that the liver is being compromised. So when I see that, I quit taking, anything like that for a while. And it actually becomes so light you could hardly see it. As you know, I've been taking a little Advil for my lower back. Sometimes it just really bothers me. And that shows up in my eye, under my hips and lower back area. I would like to say that I'm glad that when I was a kid that I was curious enough to know that when you use your hands for massaging or energy clearing, that they really works. It really does. So when a person is not feeling really good, if they sit and meditate for a while, it's kind of going to their heart, going to the center of their mind, their brain there, the third eye. When they do that, what happens is that they get centered. I always like to put my feet flat on the ground or the floor and imagine golden energy from the earth coming up through my legs, up through my feet, coming up to my first and second chakra here, and then the heavenly energy coming down into my body, going through each of the chakras to the second chakra. And then in that area, called the wisdom center, that is an area that percolates with your new project. And guys, it takes you a whole year just to do something. You think about it, you design it, you start working on it, and then you appreciate at the end that you've created something very special. And women, there's a book out there that actually tells what your 4 cycles are in a month, and also it tells what the men's 4 cycles are in a year. Yeah, something you might want to read, men and women. That is The 4 Seasons in 4 Weeks by Susan Mathis McQueen, who happens to be one of my guests and should be in the archives of SiscuMediaCouncil.org. And we have such a fun time. I went to Ashland to a retreat area, and she took me into the Queen's Palace, and we sat between this pillow that had a bee on it. Bee to bee. It was quite fun. You should check that out. I think I have, a few more minutes left? Got 2 minutes left. I want to let you know that if you want to go somewhere on the mountain camping, you let me know and we can work something out. I do a lot of camping in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall. During wintertime, I try not to do too much, but I do like to get out in that snow every once in a while. There's just something about the invigoration of it. All right, my friends, I want to say thank you for watching a new day in Telos in Weed, California. The only TV station in all of Siskiyou County. Well, 15 and 4. But we take care of it. Woo! All right, I like that. We know what we're doing now. I know in 2004 I was like, what? In front of a camera? No. But now it's like, I can't wait, man. I got something else to show you. I got something else to see. So you go into the archives with Cisco Media Council under Aday, A-D-A-Y, video, and you should be able to see a lot of shows right there. You can do it from your telephone. Smartphones are smart. That's why we're there. And we can teach you everything you're going to know about the mountain. In fact, if you want to go camping, you let me know, and we'll get something together. You just give me a heads up on Arthur Lee Aday at gmail.com, and we'll go for a camp out. A lot of people like the way I camp, and you will too. All right, this is Arthur Aday with a new day in Telos. Brought to you by